Everything you were taught about Africa was incomplete, or simply not true, because hundreds of years ago, in the middle of the Sahara Desert, there was a city filled with books, scholars, and some of the most advanced knowledge in the world. Not in Europe, not in Asia, but in Africa. This is the true story of Timbuktu, a city that proves Africa was never in the dark. Timbuktu began as a small trading settlement around the 12th century. It wasn't built to be famous. It wasn't designed to be powerful. It simply existed because of one thing: location. It sat at the crossroads of major trade routes between North Africa and West Africa. Caravans traveled across the Sahara Desert carrying salt, gold, ivory, and goods. And almost all of them passed through Timbuktu. And where trade flows, wealth follows. Over time, that small settlement grew into a powerful commercial center. Merchants came, wealth increased, influence expanded. But what made Timbuktu truly special wasn't just money, it was knowledge. By the 14th century, Timbuktu had entered what many now call its golden age. This was during the height of powerful West African empires like Mali. Under rulers like Mansa Musa, the region experienced massive growth. Mosques were built, schools were established, and scholars from different parts of the world began to gather in Timbuktu. It became a city where learning was respected and knowledge was power. One of the most important centers of learning in Timbuktu was the Sankore Mosque, which also functioned as a university. But this was not like modern universities with classrooms and lecture halls. Education in Timbuktu was more personal. Scholars taught students in open spaces, courtyards, and within mosques. Learning was direct, deep, and respected. Students didn't just memorize information, they mastered it. They studied subjects like mathematics, astronomy, medicine, law, philosophy, and religion. At a time when many parts of the world were still struggling with literacy, Timbuktu had a thriving intellectual culture. And then came something even more powerful: the books. Timbuktu became home to one of the largest collections of manuscripts in the world. Over time, hundreds of thousands of handwritten texts were created, collected, and preserved. Some estimates say there were over 700,000 manuscripts. These were not basic writings. They contained advanced knowledge about science, trade, medicine, governance, and more. Some texts explained complex mathematical ideas. Others discussed astronomical observations. Some even gave medical advice that is still relevant today. And